The rain was coming down in sheets that day, a real cold, miserable kind of rain that just seeped into your bones. I was walking home from school, my little backpack feeling heavy on my shoulders, and the only thing I was looking forward to was my mom's warm tomato soup. I clutched my lunch bag tight, knowing there was a half-eaten peanut butter and jelly sandwich inside, a leftover from recess. As I turned the corner onto Elm Street, I saw him. He was sitting on a wet cardboard box, huddled against the brick wall of the old bookstore. His clothes were torn and damp, and his face was hidden beneath a dirty, matted beard. He just looked so sad, and cold, and hungry. My stomach did a little flip. I usually tried to walk past quickly when I saw homeless people. My mom always told me to be careful, but this man, he just looked different. He didn't shout or anything. He just sat there, like a lost puppy in the rain. I stopped. My feet just wouldn't move. I looked at my sandwich, then back at him. It wasn't much, but it was something. I remembered a story my grandma used to tell me about how even the smallest act of kindness could make a big difference. Taking a deep breath, I walked over. He didn't even notice me at first. "Excuse me," I said, my voice barely a whisper. He slowly lifted his head. His eyes, even through all the dirt and sadness, were a watery blue. They looked surprised to see me. I have a sandwich," I mumbled, holding out my lunch bag. "You can have it." He stared at it, then at me, like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. A tiny smile, just a flicker, touched his lips. He reached out a trembling hand and gently took the bag. "Thank you," he rasped, his voice rough but soft. "Thank you, little one." I felt a warmth spread through my chest, chasing away some of the cold rain. I gave him another small smile, then hurried home, the image of his grateful eyes stuck in my mind. I didn't tell my mom about it that night. It felt like my own secret, a good secret. The next day was a Saturday, and the sun was finally out. I was coloring in my room, humming a little tune, when I heard a knock on the front door. It wasn't my mom's usual firm knock, or the polite tap of a neighbor. This knock was official. My mom answered it, and I heard voices, deep and serious. My heart started to thump. I crept out of my room and peeked around the corner. Standing in our doorway were two police officers. Big, uniformed, serious-looking police officers. One of them was a woman, and the other was a man with a kind, but stern, face. My mom looked confused, then a little worried. "Good morning, ma'am," the male officer said. "We're looking for a young girl named Lily." My breath hitched. Lily. That was me. What had I done? My mind raced, trying to remember if I'd accidentally broken a window or something. My mom turned and saw me. Her eyes widened a little. "Lily, honey, these officers would like to speak with you." I slowly walked over, my legs feeling like jelly. The lady officer smiled, a gentle smile that made me feel a tiny bit better. "Lily, we understand you were on Elm Street yesterday," she asked. I nodded, my voice stuck in my throat. "And you gave a sandwich to a man sitting there?" the other officer continued. My eyes darted to my mom. Oh no. She was going to be mad. I hadn't told her. I braced myself for a scolding. But my mom just looked at me, a soft, questioning look on her face. "Lily," the female officer said, "that man you gave the sandwich to, he's Mr. Henderson. He's been missing for a few days. His family has been frantic looking for him." My mouth dropped open. Missing. He suffers from a memory condition, the male officer explained. He sometimes gets disoriented and wanders off. He hadn't eaten in a couple of days, and he was very weak. He paused, then looked at me, a genuine warmth in his eyes. Thanks to your sandwich, Lily, and the fact that you stopped to help him, he had enough energy to get to the shelter a few blocks away. They recognized him from the missing persons report, and he's now safely back with his family. My mom put her hand over her mouth, her eyes welling up a little. She looked at me with such pride. Your act of kindness, Lily, the officer continued, didn't just give him a sandwich. It helped save him. His family is incredibly grateful, and so are we. I felt my cheeks flush, a mix of embarrassment and a feeling I couldn't quite name, but it was warm and good. It was like that feeling when the sun finally comes out after a long, cold rain. I had just wanted to help, to share my little sandwich, and it had turned into something so much bigger. I realized then that even a small act, from a little girl in the rain, could truly change someone's whole world.